Is Australia's political arena nothing more than a gladiatorial battleground where leaders rise and fall with the tide of public sentiment and internal party politics? An apt illustration for this analogy was the 2018 leadership crisis, a tempestuous event that jolted the political setting, putting both the Liberal Party's leadership and the office of the Prime Minister on shaky ground. The epicenter of this crisis was Peter Dutton, a political heavyweight who would later be branded as a thug by his predecessor, Malcolm Turnbull. Driven by ambition and strategy rather than spontaneity, Dutton's bold challenge was no spur-of-the-moment decision. This narrative was supported by Turnbull's allies. They asserted that Dutton had been meticulously studying Turnbull's leadership, tracking each step and biding his time for an opportune moment to strike. This drama unfolded, echoing the ruthless and relentless nature of a gladiatorial duel, where only the fittest survive. Turnbull, feeling the looming danger, was filled with apprehension. His fears sprouted from the thought that a Dutton-led government could have profound impact on Australia. Dutton's reputation of a hard-line approach was well known, and Turnbull fretted over the potential for a radical swing to the far right. He foresaw a future where Dutton's policies could lead the nation down a harmful path, bringing about significant damage in a shockingly short time. He believed Dutton would veer hard to the right and cause significant damage to Australia in a short period. However, it wasn't Dutton who emerged victorious from the leadership spill. Instead, it was Scott Morrison, treasurer at the time, who ascended to the post of Prime Minister. This unexpected turn of events was intriguing, especially considering Morrison's public pledge of allegiance to Turnbull only a few days before the final ballot. In a statement, he proclaimed, "This is my leader and I'm ambitious for him." This expression of unwavering support for Turnbull, even as the leadership contest heated up, was a stark contrast to the outcome of the spill. Turnbull himself didn't take this lightly. He later labeled Morrison as duplicitous, a strong accusation that indicated his belief that Morrison was playing both sides of the game. Turnbull suggested that supporters might have tactically voted for Dutton in the initial spill. The purpose? To inflate Dutton's numbers, increase the pressure on Turnbull, and thereby create a situation ripe for Morrison's ascendance. Morrison, on the other hand, vehemently refuted claims. He maintained that he and his allies were not privy to Turnbull's decision to call a spill. This was, according to him, evidence that there was no duplicity on his part. However, despite these denials, this series of events paints a picture of a political landscape fraught with tension, strategic maneuvering, and a constant struggle for power. Political alliances were tested, friendships strained, and loyalties questioned. It was a game of chess played with live pieces, where one wrong move could mean the end of a political career. The 2018 leadership spill was not just about who would lead the Liberal Party or the country. It was a reflection of the state of Australian politics. In the aftermath of the spill, Turnbull's criticisms of his former colleagues have not endeared him to the Liberal Party. Despite this, he remains firm in his stance, defending his accomplishments during his time as the nation's leader. Among these achievements, Turnbull highlights the creation and implementation of the Snowy Hydro 2.0, a large-scale renewable energy project. He also takes pride in his commitments to reinforcing Australia's infrastructure, a crucial step for the country's development and stability. Turnbull's tenure also witnessed the negotiation and signing of the Trans-Pacific Partnership trade deal, a landmark agreement that has considerably influenced Australia's economic and trade relations. He oversaw reinvestment in the defense, strengthening the country's security framework. In addition, he is recognized for his courageous stance against global powers, reinforcing the country's sovereignty and independence on the international stage. The repercussions of the 2018 leadership spill are significant and impactful. It unveiled the instability of the nation's leadership, the intricacies of party politics, and the strategies that govern the political landscape of Australia. This single event has left an indelible mark on the country's political fabric, revealing unseen vulnerabilities and challenges. It's a narrative that continues to unfold, shaping the future of Australian politics.